on, y'all? It's your boy Celine Collins. This is Truly Helpful, the podcast. The podcast is truly designed for you and yours, man. We are so glad that you guys came back to check out another episode with us. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, go on back, check it out on any podcast that you got, wherever podcasts are available for you. We are there, also on YouTube channel as well, and check us out on our Instagram. All right, cool. So look, we're going to get right up into it. Today, we are talking about capitalizing on your opportunities. Y'all, this is something that is super critical and something that I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of on the spectrum. I'm on both ends of the spectrum when it comes to seizing the moment and capitalizing on my opportunities. I'm a person that capitalizes on his opportunities for sure, but I'm also a person that gets in my own way, in my own head when it comes to me capitalizing on certain opportunities. It's like I overthink the process of it. Like a lot of self-doubt, if I'm being honest with you, comes into play when it comes to me seizing different opportunities and if I'm being honest with you, just taking them, right? And I think a lot of us do that. I think sometimes we can have this self-doubt, not think we're good enough, not thinking that this moment or this opportunity is aligned for us. When in actuality, it is. It is. It's for us. This opportunity is like a main thing that I think the universe and God is just giving us. And it's something that we should take hold of too, but you have to seize the opportunity. And with that, I want to say this is one of the main things I see a lot of people do. We'll have an opportunity right in front of us and we are not prepared for it at all. All right. Preparation added with the opportunity equals success. We've seen it plenty of times with regular people that we look up to. Nip always said it all the time. And it's a real thing. Like, you have an opportunity right in front of you, but you'll miss out on the opportunity because you're not prepared for the particular opportunity, right? And I think God, the universe, whatever you call it, does not give us opportunities that we're not, I guess, in line for or was not supposed to be for us, right? I'm going to just be honest with you. I know it's going to be controversial. It is what it is. I'm a straight shooter. I actually do not believe in the saying that if it's supposed to be for me, then it'll always make its way back to me, right? I think that's a whole bunch of baloney, if I'm being honest with you. Like, that's not real. Like, I don't think that's real. That's just in my opinion, right? Because think about it. If you always take that standpoint of, well, whatever's for me is for me and it'll come back around to me or whatever like that. Okay, you missed out that opportunity and it comes back around. And then you're not prepared again. Well, I'm not prepared right now. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'll take this opportunity when it comes. If it's for me, it'll be for me. And it leaves and it comes back around again. And then so on and so forth, right? Then you look up 50 years later and you don't have the opportunity anymore. You're like, oh man, I missed my opportunity. I missed my window. Absolutely you did. Why? Because you had that mindset of, well, if it's for me, it's for me. That's a hill of beans, man. Y'all, look, I said a hill of beans. Y'all know I'm from the South. I said a hill of beans. That's crazy. That's the country thing I think I've ever said on this podcast. Wow. But anyway, seriously though, that's not real, y'all. That's not real life. You have to be prepared and ready for the opportunities that God gives you. Period. There's no way around it. Opportunity, we only get a few opportunities in life anyway. And it's our job to seize those opportunities, make the most of them. You can't blame, and the main thing I always say, and one thing I always say with people in general is you can't blame others for where you are in your life for the opportunities that you didn't take. You cannot blame others for where you are in your life for the opportunities that you didn't take. You didn't take the opportunities. The opportunity was right in front of you. And you let self-doubt or you let laziness or procrastination not let you seize the opportunity, and that opportunity left you and went to the next individual. And now you want to sit there and make excuses, because that's what they are. You're making excuses saying that, oh, well, if I didn't have these kids, I'll be able to do X, Y, Z. Or if I wasn't married, I would have to do this. Or if my parent didn't get sick and I wasn't taking care of them. Yo, cut it, bro. Cut it, man. literally, we are all in my opinion, I feel like we all, like I said before in the last podcast, we all have the right tools, everything that we need to be successful. I think we're born with those things. Certain things have to be fine tuned, some things have to be sharpened for sure and mastered. But the innate ability for you doing what you're supposed to be doing on this earth, I think, is already with you, right? And if God allows us to have these opportunities right in front of us, and you're not ready for that opportunity, that's on you, nobody else. So stop playing the blame game. Stop blaming, oh, well, I didn't have a good support system when I was a kid, or my parents didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up, or I hate this one. I didn't have all the same opportunities as other people had opportunities. Yes, I know that. Hence, I'm a black male in America. I think I understand that, right? Right. We all understand that. Which these things are true, and I'm not saying these things don't matter, right? But I am saying at some point, you have to stop being the victim and start actually doing whatever you need to do to be prepared for the opportunities that's ahead of you, right? And I feel like it's that inner voice all the time. It's the inner voice tells you what you need to start preparing for. We know it. We know it. If you really think about that for a second, your inner voice always tells you, hey, Salim, I'm gonna need you to start reading some books a little more because this next opportunity you're gonna have, they're gonna have you start reading stuff on this podcast. So I need your grammar to be on point, right? I think I've heard it before, right? So now me not taking action, not preparing myself, not doing my due diligence to make sure that I'm prepared. So when that opportunity comes, when a big brand deal comes, when the podcast blows up, I'll be ready for it because I'm taking all the reps. I'm doing everything that I need to do, right? And so y'all know I'm not a person to just say stuff and I never lived it or I don't believe in it. I'm gonna give y'all a real life scenario of when I actually seized the opportunity and then when I didn't. So I'll do the one when I seized it real quick and I'll make a long story short. Well, in my way, y'all know I'm a little long-winded, but seriously, for those who didn't know or those who do know, I had a company named Ascend Apparel before here, right? And I took the opportunity, I seized the opportunity, and I had Rick Ross actually post us. What's going on, y'all? We're gonna take a quick break from the episode just to let y'all know we got merch. So we got the black, the blue, the tan, and also the red. You can get all of these items from Truly Helpful, the brand. So this will be at www.trulyhelpful.academy. All right. So make sure y'all support. We appreciate y'all and enjoy. All right, back to the episode. On his Instagram story or whatnot. Basically, Rick Ross got on there and was like, hey, yo, y'all check my boys out. These jokers is fire. Check out these sneakers, whatever like that. They dope. Which turned into his just quick little sign off, turned into Instagram blowing up for us on our page and selling out mad items that we had. Like, I mean, inventory was destroyed in a good way, right? Sales were through the roof. Like, we make so much money off of that small endorsement. But let me tell you how I prepare myself for the opportunity and also identifying the opportunity and taking advantage of it, seizing it. So I think it was my bachelor party or something like that. I was in Miami. I had a cigar. I took a picture on Instagram. I had a cigar, a bottle of Bel Air, and the sneakers that I had on. And I was on a yacht or something like that. And I took a picture or whatever. I just tagged the yacht that I was renting from for the bachelor joint, the Bel Air, and I tagged Rick Ross. And of course I tagged my company with the sneakers was in it. And so everybody out, and of course, let me just go ahead and give credit where credit's due. That picture wouldn't have went up the way it did without y'all. Y'all always support everything I do, even if it's just a small picture. And I really do appreciate it, man, seriously, because I think, in my opinion, I think that's how Rick Ross found it. It was so many notifications I was getting, just organic content from organic people, that he was like, dang, what's going on? What's blowing up on my phone? And it happened. So anyway, long story short, the picture was going up. Rick Ross seen it, commented under my picture and was like, hey, them joints is fire. I'm like, yo, it's Rick Ross. Now, that's me of being prepared. I had an item. I already knew that the item was together, packaged together, had a company already. I did all the groundwork. It was already selling on its own. That's the preparation. Also being able to seize the opportunity, realizing, well, this is Rick Ross. Now, there's two things I could have done there. One, I could have just screenshotted that, posted on my story like everybody, like, oh, Rick Ross posted on my comment under my page, yo, what's up, whatever like that. Or I could have done what I did and not get in my head thinking, oh, it's Rick Ross. Everybody always tugs and pulls at him all the time. Let me not try to sell him anything, or let me not say nothing about my sneakers. Bro, he just said something about the sneakers. Why would you not say something to him about the sneakers, right? But that's what we do in opportunities. We psych ourselves out. Long story short, which I keep saying it, but it's still a long story, but y'all bear with me. Look, I DM'd him and I said, hey, man, look, I just want to let you know the sneakers that I got on my feet are sneakers that me and my partner created. I got my own company and send apparel. Man, I would love to see you a pair of sneakers. Thinking that it's Rick Ross, I'm like, okay, he's not going to hit me back. Bro, he hits me back and was like, absolutely, call this number real quick or whatever like that. And so I had the number. I called it. Of course, nobody answered. Cool. So I kind of forgot about it or whatever like that. Long story short, again, a number called me, like a 404 number. So it was like Atlanta number, Georgia number, called me. It's Rick Ross on the phone. I'm thinking somebody's playing on my phone, so I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, yo, stop playing on my phone. I hung up the phone. Crazy, right? I almost missed my opportunity by that. So it was wild. But let's be real. Rick Ross called your phone and you normally don't have this man's number. You think somebody's playing on your phone? I would think so too, right? And so he calls back. Thank God he called back. He was like, no, this is really me. Like, real talk. I'm like, oh, that was good. And so we got some, we talked about some things or whatever like that. How could I help him? How could he help me? And so basically he was like, yo, send me some pair of sneakers. He hooked me up with his assistant, my boy Skinny. Shout out to Skinny, man. That's my man's. And so we hooked up Skinny and the whole team or whatever like that. And I got married. I remember like it was yesterday. It was May 1st. I got married. I'm thinking that everybody is posting the next day. I'm thinking everybody is posting like, oh, congratulations, you got married, da 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 da. It was that, but it was a lot more. Actually, Rick Ross that next morning had got the care package that we sent him and was showing everybody on his Instagram, which was nuts, right? It was crazy. So, needless to say, everything went up, and that's how it happened. That was the opportunity. I seized that moment. I already did the groundwork. I already did the preparation with having a great back office, knowing to have the supplies, being able to properly communicate to him exactly what I wanted to do and what I needed from him, right? And what he needed from me and what I can do from him. And see, that's another thing too, but that's a whole nother subject for another thing. But when you're talking to people, don't always just sit there and just asking people for stuff. Be valuable too, right? It's a give and take type of thing. So that's a whole nother situation. But what I'm saying is I was prepared. And then also seizing the opportunity, realizing, having the withal to realize that's an opportunity, and taking all self-doubt, taking all this overthinking stuff that I was doing and go straight for the moment and ask that man, did he want a pair of sneakers? And it literally changed the trajectory of my business forever. Be honest with you. So it was nuts. And after that, and it's crazy. Once you get one top influencer or a top big person, the rest of them all want to work with you. It's so easy. It's an easier conversation then, right? Because it's like, oh, you work with Rick Ross? All right, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? It gives you, for lack of a better term, social proof, right? Shout out to my man, David Shands. But yeah, for sure, man. So that's what I'm saying. So that was the opportunity where I actually seized the opportunity. But also on the flip side, there have been times just in regular life where opportunities were right in front of me. And I'm going to be honest with you, I let self-doubt get into my head. I let self-doubt get into my head about these particular opportunities, and I did not capitalize on them, especially in the job field. There are certain applications that I did not fill out, or certain interviews that I did not take because I thought that I wasn't qualified for these opportunities. How crazy does that sound? I didn't even shoot a shot, knowing that I need a job, but I didn't shoot a shot because I thought that I was underqualified for the position that I wanted to go for. That's an opportunity that was right in front of me. The reason why I say it was an opportunity, all the jobs that you read and everything like that, this one comes across your desk. That's an opportunity. An opportunity for you to click apply and fill out the application. But because of self-doubt, right? Because of, just, we're human. I didn't shoot my shot. I didn't go for the opportunity. And I missed out on the job. To come find out that somebody that I actually knew got that job. And on paper, I'm a lot more qualified for that position than that person. That's my point, guys. We can't psych ourselves out. We only get opportunities in life are in a window. That's what I'm coming to learn at this point. Everything is in a small window. We can base this off of even relationships. Ladies, if you want to get the guy that you want to get, like the man of your dreams, you have a small window to get him. That's real. So all these other podcasts tell you, oh, you got this amount of time in this window at certain ages to get this particular guy. And when that window closes, you're going to have to get every other opportunity that comes around. Fellas, the exact same way. You have this amount of time, this window to get the woman of your dreams. That means you need to be prepared. You need to have your mental together. You need to already make sure that you're done, out in the streets doing whatever you're doing. You got to be done with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because when she comes, she's going to come correct. Lady, same deal. All those issues and past relationships, if you haven't healed yourself and you haven't prepared for this guy, same with fellas, if you haven't prepared for this woman, you haven't done any counseling, you haven't had any soul searching, you haven't fixed those mother or daddy issues, you're not prepared. So when that opportunity comes to you, and say you seize the moment and you guys are in a relationship and you see it's over in about 6 months or a year, or you don't get the end goal of what you wanted. That's why. Because you didn't do the preparation. You only have a certain amount of time in life. Windows of opportunity. That's all we get. Especially if you play in like a sports realm or something like that. It is literally a window. You have from the time you are 19 years old and if you're LeBron, you got till 30. Right? The average athlete doesn't have that time. He have from like 19 to like what? It's like 23 years old. After that, you consider old. You have a small window to do whatever you need to do to get yourself to the lead. Bro, that's just life in general. And we have to stop. I want to say it again. We have to stop being the victims, y'all. Something that was really dope that I thought about, and this how it shows you I have kids. One of my favorite movies of all time is Lion King, right? And so there's a scene on Lion King, and one of my favorite scenes is when the baboon, I think his name's Rafiki. If I'm saying her name wrong, it's all good, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The baboon. It's when Simba got older and he ran away, and the baboon found him. And Simba kept talking about, I'm not going back to the pride because of all the mistakes that I made, and I killed my father and all that. And the baboon hit him upside the head with a stick. And Simba was like, ow. And every time that Simba would say what he did in the past, the baboon would hit him with the stick and say,
it doesn't matter. It's in the past.
And at first, Simba thought that the baboon was just playing little games or whatever like that, just hitting him with the stick. But it was metaphorically what the baboon was saying to Simba was, it doesn't matter what happened in your past. The opportunity is right here, right now. And that's what we need to take as human beings in life. We're so worried about what happened in the past that it's paralyzing us from what's happening right here in front of us. The opportunity we need to see is right here in front of us. Don't be like Simba. And definitely, if I need to be your Rashiki, whatever his name is, the baboon, if I need you to be your baboon, I'm telling you right now, it's in the past. Let the past go. Seize the opportunity in the moment that you guys have right here, right now. I'm speaking to you guys and I'm speaking to myself. We have a fresh 24. Whatever happens in the past is in the past. Let it go, right? Let's seize the opportunity in the moment that we have right now, guys, because we only get a small window. Do not let things that happen in your past paralyze you from the opportunities you have in your future. I'm telling y'all, which also is metaphor to that, and I'm going to finish that in closing. every time the baboon hit Simba on the head, he was like, ow, it hurts. The baboon is also teaching Simba a lesson from a physical standpoint. Yes, right now, that stick hitting Simba on the head, the pain, it hurts. I have a bruise, I have a lump. But eventually, as time goes on, the pain goes away, it subsides. Same like us. We have hurt, we have pain that's in our past. But just do your due diligence. Keep being prepared. Prepare yourself. When that opportunity comes, you will be healed. And that way you can equal that success that you need. Don't let that pain, that suffering, anything in the past stop you from your opportunities and things you need right now. Don't cripple yourself on stuff like that. It's not worth it. All right? So last thing I want to say to y'all before I'm done, okay? You have to change yourself to be able to get new opportunities. What I always say, and my daddy says all the time, he says, son, there are prerequisites to opportunities. I'm like, what does that mean? What he was saying was, if you always have the same abilities, you're not prepared or whatever like that, why would the universe, why would God give you an opportunity that's bigger than what you already are used to getting? You didn't change anything about yourself. You have no new skills. You don't have no new mindset. You're not a different person. You haven't fixed your internal, right? Sometimes you haven't even fixed your external. Sometimes you have to look the part, right? You want to be a physical trainer, but you out of shape. I don't think the opportunity is coming to you, right? You get what I'm saying? Like you want to be a barber, but you never cut a head in your life. I don't think the opportunity is coming for you, right? Same like how it is in certain schools. If you want to be in the Ivy League school, let's be honest with you. You can't have a 1.7 GPA. There are prerequisites for different opportunities. I didn't understand that when my father was saying that when I was a kid. And I told y'all before, that man was a real guy. He would say that and then walk out the door. And now, here I am at 31 years old, just realizing what he was saying. But that's real life, y'all. You have to change yourself to give yourself more opportunities, okay? If you want to be in certain social statuses, certain social groups, certain groups of people to give you more opportunities, you have to bring something to the table other than you being you. I think our generation nowadays is we're so entitled. You feel like people owe you stuff for stuff that you didn't work for. Let me say this real clear in this camera. Nobody owes you anything at all. You only get what you work for, period. There are times where God has his hands on you where certain things you didn't work for per se comes to be an opportunity, but you still have to do the work of being prepared for that opportunity because once you get it, you could fumble the bag. That's all I'm trying to say. So I'm going to leave that with y'all today, man. Be different people to get better results and opportunities. If you, like we always say, if you do the same thing over and over again, respecting different results, that is insanity. And that's exactly what that is when it comes to opportunities. All right? Also remember, preparation plus the opportunity equals success. All right? And last thing but not least, get out of your head. You are good enough. You are great. You are what you're designed to be, right? Do the work. Prepare yourself. Grow yourself. Be yourself. And then those opportunities, when they come, hey, man, you're going to drop 50 in the game. Easy, because you already put all the practice in, all right? So, look, this is your boy, Celine Collins. This is Truly Helpful, the podcast. The podcast is truly designed for you. Also, want to make sure y'all know, too, go to our website, www.trulyhelpful.academy. Not .com, but academy. So y'all can get some new merch from us, man. We got the hats out now. So y'all go ahead and check that out. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Most importantly, remember, go out to this world and be helpful. I'll holler at y'all next week. All right, peace.